Welcome to part 2 of Stratford-upon-Avon. Check out part 1 if you haven't watched it. Hope you enjoy it. So this is the little ensuite bathroom. There's obviously a shower in there. It's not a power shower, but it was really nice and warm. You get a couple of little toiletries. There's a nice mirror light you can see with the light above it. The towels nice and fluffy, and everything is just spotlessly clean. And in the main part of the room, obviously, we've got a double bed. There's a chair over in the corner, a little table there with a lamp on, and just here we've got a little dressing table. We've got a telly. You get a kettle and some tea, coffee making facilities, wardrobe, and we are luckily at the back of the house because the front of the house is actually on the main road, which I guess it might be a bit loud tonight, but it does seem nice and quiet at the minute here. Got a little table there and a chair in the corner, but it's really nicely decorated. It's really nice and clean. Hopefully a nice comfy bed. We'll test that out tonight, and tomorrow morning when it's time for breakfast we'll show you what we get. But for now we're just heading out to the pub and we'll catch up with you later.
Now what did I do last
So
time?
we're having curry for his tea, garlic, naan bread, poppadoms. This is chicken tikka masala, and we're in the Golden Bee Weatherspoons, and it is absolutely packed, but this looks absolutely delicious. It's a lovely little pub there, the Red Lion. It's all lit up, and even though it's quite cold, people are sat there drinking. Now we're in McDonald's and we're having a mini eggs ice cream for dessert. So we've decided we're going to have a drink in the White Lion because it all looks really nice lit up. But I think we're going to have a couple of coffees because it's not very warm. It's really nice in here. I've got a Tea Maria and Diet Coke. We found a little snuggly settee and it is so warm in here. They've got radiators on. So, cheers. I decided not to have a hot drink. So we've come up to the top of the building in this pub and we're at the toilets, and the roofs are that low that they've actually put like cushioned leather kind of cushiony things up because I guess people keep eating the red. Mind your head. So this is the little court that we came down earlier on today where all the restaurants are, and it's all lit up now and it really looks nice. So this is a little area, the hotel across the road, that's all lit up. Cafe restaurant just there. Just gives it a real different kind of vibe at night time. Oh, this little sort of church clock thing here, it actually does have lights around it. I was hoping this was actually going to be lit up, but it clearly doesn't. But as you can see, the clock is lit up. That's a shame. The clock's lit up, but there's actually lights around top, but they're not lit up. So we've really enjoyed our day here today. We've seen a lot, we've done a lot, we've walked a lot, we're absolutely shattered. My belly has expanded about 3 times what it should be. So we're heading back to the little guest room. We're going to hopefully have a good night's sleep. Then hopefully tomorrow we'll be tucking into a home cooked breakfast before we go home. So I'll catch you in a little while. So this is our guest house. It's all lit up. Look how inviting that looks. That's obviously the dining room where we'll be hopefully having our breakfast tomorrow. And that there is the stairs that we're going up to our room. How inviting does that bed look? Can't wait to get in it. It's now Friday morning and the weather's drastically changed. It's started raining, it's gone cold, but we're just heading off for his breakfast. It's about 8:15. We've seen the reviews. The breakfast is supposed to be really nice. So I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah, not bad. Some people walked every day. Okay. All around it's been like an hour and 15 minutes.
So we're just going to have a last couple of hours walking around Stratford. We've had a gorgeous breakfast, but I just wanted to tell you what happened when we came yesterday. We got in Stratford about 10:05, and we couldn't check in until about 2 o'clock. So we parked up and we went and just explored. And then it got to around about 12:30, 1:15, and we started getting hungry. So we'd fetched a packed lunch with us. So we went back to the car, but to get back to the car, we had to pass the guest house. So we popped in and just explained that we was in Stratford because we'd not actually paid a deposit or anything. We'd booked through booking.com and we didn't want, to lose the room. So we came over and we spoke to a woman. A blonde-haired woman answered the door, foreign accent, but spoke English, and we explained who we were and could we just come and dump the bags in the house until we were able to check in, and she said yeah. So we went back to the car, had a bit of dinner, got all the stuff, fetched it back over to their house. A different woman actually opened the house, the door, and it turned out that this other woman was actually the owner of the guest house. So we had to explain again who we were, and she said, no, that's fine, come in. But then she started telling us a bit about her life story, really. She'd bought the guest house with her husband, and they'd been divorced for around about the last 7 years. So she'd been trying to sell the house for the last 7 years. 9 months ago, she got a buyer, but he's been messing her about, toing and froing. But eventually, he's gone through with the sale, and she says about literally half an hour to an hour before we arrived yesterday, they've signed the house and he wants it out of the house today. Well, it were a bit of a shock because we were thinking, but we've booked in. What's going to happen? Are we going to get us breakfast? Are we going to? And it was just a bit, bizarre. But everything's gone okay as far as our stay here. But it just seems a bit of a shame that the guest house is going. Apparently, it's no longer going to be a guest house. But it's been a lovely stay. But I do feel sorry for this woman. She looks like she's got some really nice guests. There was some other guests dining in breakfast who she knows. But yeah, she's got to get out, poor woman. She's got to literally pack up the whole guest house today because this man wants it out. But anyway, David's just gone to put the stuff in the car. Then we're going to have a last walk round. I'm hoping the rain might just hold off a little bit. It keeps raining, then looks like it's stopping. So I'll catch her in a little while. As you can see, the weather's changed. It's grey. It's a little bit drizzly, but it looks like on a Friday there's a little market now. So glad we've stayed. We're just having a last little walk and look at the river, and it started raining, so we've got the brolly up, and it is quite cold. David's just said he would have took me on one of these boats, but they're closed because of the rain. That's a shame. Except you were lying. This building here is the Royal Shakespeare Company Theatre, and if you're like me and you're a fan of Shakespeare and Hathaway, they did a scene in front of here on one of their episodes, and there's also a rooftop restaurant. There's a little plaque here on this wall. This is, I think it's somebody's house, but it just shows you where the floodwater levels have been. One thing we've noticed walking around, there's lots of different accents here. We've heard Americans, we've heard, well, I don't know if I heard Spanish, but yeah, loads of different nationalities. We're now just in the Shakespeare shop, little gift shop. Lots of fabulous little stuff in here. You can get a little rubber duck representing Shakespeare. I think they're £8. You can get one of his quills. We are now back at home, and we have really enjoyed our little break in Stratford-upon-Avon. It's an amazing place. There's just so much to do and so much to see, and sometimes you need a little bit more than just a day. Well, a day and a half. We took a few hours this morning just to have another little look round. But if you've got it on your radar, or even if not, it is absolutely well worth a visit if you do get a chance to go. But let me know, are you a Shakespeare fan? Or are you more like me and I'm a Shakespeare and Hathaway fan? Or are you just someone who loves your days out? That's me as well. I love my days out, and Shakespeare and Hathaway is one of my favourite programmes. And there was one or two locations that I managed to spot while we was there. Just thought I'd run through a few bits. I haven't gone mad, we've not bought much. But when we went into the butterfly farm yesterday, we only went into the entrance and there was a little gift shop. So we had a little look round and we bought these. They're a butterfly lace wings. And these were £1.99. And if you can just see on the picture, they just fit either side of the shoe. I don't know if you can get a bit of picture. And we bought these for our little granddaughter, and that'll just go towards her Easter gift. And also from the butterfly farm, I bought a pen, and this one, it just says Stratford-upon-Avon Butterfly Farm, and that was £2.50. And I always have to buy a fridge magnet. This is my obsession. Wherever I go, I have to buy a fridge magnet. I've got them from all over. Does anybody else collect fridge magnets? Although I think I might have also started a new one, a new obsession, and that is going to be pens. I quite like this pen, and I think it's nice to have a pen with the name where you've been. So I think that one is going to be something that I'll be getting when I go again. So it's just a shame that guest house was, well, it's closed. It was a bit of a shock when we walked in and she said that she literally just sold the house and that he was exchanging today, and she got some guests in. I hope she's found somewhere for the guests, but she was an absolutely lovely lady, and we are planning on going back. And there was a few other guest houses on that street, so we'll just probably stay in one of the other ones when we go back. But let me know, yeah, have you been? Is it on your radar? You will not be disappointed if you was to go. We absolutely enjoyed it. But anyway, that's the end of the video. There's also part 1 as well if you want to see what happened in part 1. But thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time. But bye for now.